Alright, hey guys, our 100th video. Well, kind of like our 100th video. I posted videos off and on for a long time. Like, I think our very first video was in 2008 when I had my son. He was, I don't know, 8 or 9. He got in our Jeep and was driving up over a big rock. Looked something like this. And yeah, and then I had some mining videos, but I took them all down because it just wasn't related to what we're doing here and our like living off grid and stuff. So, but this is our 100th like official cabin off grid Alaska video. Yay! I'm Brian and this is my wife Diana. After 21 years in the Army, I retired, moved to Alaska, bought an off grid cabin on a remote island. Now we share our lives and adventures with you to inspire others to follow their dreams. And then somebody had said down below, like, give us a walk around the island. So I thought I'd bring you to the to our back trail here. There you go, that's pretty much it. It's just a little tiny trail that cuts from one side to the other. We get a lot of comments about do we have roads here, and the answer is no. We've got one ATV trail, and basically that just is up high enough so when the high tide comes you can still get your ATV around to the side of the island. And then there's an ATV trail that's inside of the tree line on some state property, but that's more of a walking trail really. I thought for our 100th video, since it's right at December time frame, we would just take a look back at 2018 and what all we have accomplished. Gunny! There goes Gunner. Hey, what are you doing? Gunner, what are you doing? Oh, there he goes. So we started off 2018 in Fairbanks, Alaska. We were visiting my brother-in-law and his family, all my nieces and nephews. Hey guys. Yeah, so we were just having a great time in Fairbanks. And then when we got back from Fairbanks, we started building our deck. But in order to get the siding up, we wanted a level platform where we could put a scaffolding up and be safe to build. So we started building our deck first. And that really worked out well. So for those of you that don't know, we have always had issues with rainwater seeping in from outside of the cabin, seeping into the inside. It would only happen when we get like 40, 50, 60 knot gust winds and it was raining hard. So our main goal this year was to put up siding on the front side of the cabin. So we put a brand new layer of Tyvek on, and then we put up our new siding. And ever since that siding's been up, we haven't had one drop of water come in through the front. And we've had some hellacious storms come through here. A couple months ago, we had 70-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight into our cabin. The cabin was shaking, but no rain, no water came inside the cabin, which is awesome. You see that right there? And this right here, I think we still got, oh, and this right here. See that right there? I think we still have a bear It's really warm here. It's 38 degrees right now, and we're in December. So we're having an unnormally warm winter, and the bears really haven't went down to hibernate yet. So that right there is a bear digging up at the bottom of some skunk cabbage and eating the roots. So even though we're in December, I'm still packing. It's crazy how warm we've had it this year. Forgot what I was even talking on. Hey, get out of there. Look at Gunner trying to get something. Let me see your face. Come here. Did you get dirty? So we also, we had a big windstorm last year, and it pulled one of our anchors on our outhaul, and it totally drug all the other anchors all together. So we were either going to have to fix that outhaul or move it. And so we decided to move it to the far side by the spit where it would get a lot less wind. We'll come down here and dig some holes. There we go. So there's our 2 pulleys right there. And so we took a 50-gallon jug and we cut it into thirds, and then we just filled that up with cement, the third, put some anchors down in there like little rebar, and we made a brand new outhaul, which is a lot more durable now. While we were building the deck, we also, with that old crappy Yutrax trailer. Alright, so this is the old trailer. I had loaded up lumber on it, and I was bringing it back to the cabin, and I heard a big thump, and when I turned around, that thing had totally collapsed and the wood was just laying on the ground. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this trailer. So the trailer took a dump. I went to town. I spent about $500 on supplies, and stayed probably about 4 days, 3 or 4 days, and built that new trailer. We got 5 done. Now we've got 100 some odd more to go. The only thing I kept from that Yutrax trailer was the axle, and guess what? That axle just snapped, so now even the trailer that I built is in op right now because of Yutrax. Thank you, Yutrax. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you will know that I broke the axle, the crappy Yutrax trailer axle. Went and bought a new trailer. It's definitely a more robust trailer. Even though it's more robust, it's a little top heavy. So we're still going to order some new parts so we can build the axle for the little trailer that I built, because I honestly like that trailer a lot better. So we also did some fishing this year. Caught a little crab along the way. I didn't have any footage of us catching crab this year though, but we got some. And then we've seen lots of whales, lots and lots of whales. Some whales, like you seen at the very beginning of the video, we were a little too close to. Oh, I don't like this call.
I don't know, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us some throttle.
Now they're diving.
I don't know.
They're diving. So we're trying to explain what these whales were doing. Is the humpback whales, they do what they call bubble feed. And so when the humpback whales bubble feed, basically they form a circle of bubbles, and then they push all the whatever they're eating, the hooligan or herring, they push them into this bubble, and then when the herring are in this bubble, then they all come up inside that circle, mouths open, and they just gobble up. And so you can get like, I don't know, you can get one whale doing it all by himself, but typically you'll get like 5-6 whales come up all in the same little group, in the same little bubble ring. It's pretty cool to watch. So then in September we went up to Fairbanks. We did some moose hunting with my brother-in-law, and we didn't get a moose, but we had a great time up there, so I guess that's the important thing. So we're getting off our little tiny trail and we're getting into a more used trail where other people use the trail, and it is also you can use your ATV on it, but it's inside the tree line, and most people just walk it nowadays because there's a ATV trail on the outside of the tree line. We'll go out there, we'll pop our head out there and show you. But so this is the inside trail. So when people say, do you have roads? Kind of. I mean, this is our road, and if you walk out here, so if you walk out here, this is the main ATV trail, and so that's our main road right there. Whoop. And then as you can see, it's just like high tide right now, or getting to be high tide, so this main trail just keeps you off the beach and out of the salt water. So after moose hunting, then we drove from Fairbanks down to Juneau, and we stopped in Denali and we stopped in Palmer, and we had a great trip, but we were happy to get back home. So along the way we stopped in Haines, and we saw a bunch of brown bears feeding on fish there, which was totally awesome. But we also have brown bear here. Anyways, Gunner and this bear did not get along. They got into it twice. I went and got a permit because I was like, well, I'll shoot that bear. But I shot one warning shot, and then he kind of left our area. But we still see him, you know, running around the island here. So Gunner, I was out splitting wood, and I heard him barking. And typically he don't bark like this at squirrels. So I ran over there, but all I had was my pistol on me. So I'm gonna go back and get my rifle. So then Steven helped us float over our boat trailer. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it right here, because it was a little nerve-wracking for me. Nothing to worry about after it was all said and done, but I sure was a little worried at first, but for no reason. It made the trip just fine. But basically, we wanted to be able to pull our boat out of the water, and so we tied our trailer to the boat, and then we just floated it from Juneau over here to the island. Then we brought over our new propane range. Our old range took a dump, and we installed that propane range, which was super cool, and we love it. And we also installed a Toyo stove. Alright guys, so finally, we are revealing what's in the mystery box. And then in November, we started doing Wood Stove Wednesday. And I'll tell you what, I'm loving Wood Stove Wednesdays, and I think some of you guys are liking it too. Alright, so as you can see here, this is where the trail ends, and then it goes down to the beach. Somebody lost a bucket and it washed up on shore. But it's rocky there, so we're going to go back up into the trees, I think, and we'll go check on our boat. Alright, so if you did watch us floating the boat trailer over, you also know that we had some issues getting our boat out of the water and up into the tree line. But that's not anymore. We have remedied that problem. You haven't seen the video yet because it's coming out next week, but guess what? It is awesome! I'll show you a little clip, a little teaser. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, there you go. So here's some more of the trail inside the tree line. So we were just using our come-along to get the boat up out of the water into the tree line, because the winch on the four-wheeler just wasn't, it didn't have enough muster to get it up. So that's why we got this new solution, and we've already tested it once, and we've had great results with it. Stay tuned for next week and you'll get to see it. All right, there goes Gunner. Yeah. What is it, Gunny? Huh? You smell something? Gunny's a trekker. He's afraid of guns. And if you shoot a gun, he'll take off in the other direction, but he's got a great nose on him. Alright, so that's what we got accomplished in 2018. I think we got a lot accomplished for, you know, what we're working with. I appreciate everybody's involvement with the channel, and we've almost hit 3,000 subscribers. That's super cool. We are going to do a giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. I got in contact with Nick from AK Pride. I bought a hat from those guys when we were in Palmer, and he's shipping a hat down, so that's going to be one thing. I had to come in here because the wind was crazy out there. So I also got with Mike with Zona Holsters, and he is also going to provide a t-shirt for this drawing. And so just stay tuned. Once we hit the magic number, we'll put out all the info. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for a great 2018. Thank you for all your comments and your positive support. And we can't wait to see what happens in 2019. We'll see you next week. What do you think, Gunner? Did we do it?